Hey online crew, how is everyone today? I hope you're having an awesome day, whatever part of the day it is for you. Now, I have a really interesting message for those of you that are in the industry of network marketing, direct sales, MLM, in the digital space, but it's still tied back to, a network marketing business model. Then I've got a message for you, but this message isn't going to come from me today. So this will make sense shortly when I get into this video, but sometimes, I don't know, you guys that are parents will hopefully appreciate this. Sometimes the message needs to come from somebody else. You know, it's like a parent and a child. You can say something to your child 10 times over and they don't listen. Somebody else comes along and says exactly the same thing and they suddenly get it, or they're suddenly listening. Okay, so that's what my motivation is today. And this message, there's a lot of you that are, especially those of you that are in my online crew coaching community, you know this, okay? It'll just reinforce it for you. But there's some of you in this industry that still don't get it. You don't get what you're meant to be doing on social media. And even though you think you know, or you're being told that you're doing attraction marketing, you're actually not. So I want to share a message with you from somebody else, and that'll become apparent in a moment. So stay with me on this live video, okay? Now, before I get into that, couple of things. Those of you in the video challenge, man, am I loving your videos. I've pushed you a little bit in this video challenge, but man, most of you are rising to the party. And after this particular video here, I'm going to go live in the video challenge group. So generally when I go live in the video challenge group, it's all obscure hours because I've just got to fit it in when I can fit it in. But I am going to go live over in the video challenge group for video number 10 straight after this video. So video challenges, if you can join me over there, because there's something I really want you to realize, and I'm going to explain that. Okay, after that, those of you in my online crew coaching community, I'm going live over there. So it's a multiple Helen day, maybe, for if you're in here, you're in my video challenge and you're in my coaching community, okay? Because I'm having some changes coming up in the coaching community, and I want to share with those share with you what those are, which is pretty cool. So I'll be going live there after I've been in the video challenge. So that's what's coming up. Also, there is a link above. Those of you that really want to hone in on your business pages and improve your number of fans and followers and engagement, and really get cranking on your business page, then join us next week in my coaching community for the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp. It goes for 3 days, not full 3 days, roughly a couple of hours on each of the days mentioned up above. It's just $1 to get into the community for a 3-day trial, but you can check out the information from up above. That is going to be really beneficial to a lot of you, and hopefully you'll get a sense of how beneficial that is after I've shared this message with you, which is not coming from me today. Okay, so a couple of updates. Also, before I want to get into this message, let me introduce myself first. Then I'll do that. My name's Helen Martin. So I'm your online crew captain. Just a little bit of fun here, which is just representative of the captain of this ship, which is our online crew community. And we are entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in MLM, network marketing, digital marketing, those kind of things. And we're learning to leverage the internet to build our business. So truly learning how to attract people to us through attraction marketing strategies and things that we do on social media, trying to keep up with the ever-evolving world of social media, to help you create a presence and a brand on social media so you attract people to you. You're not hassling people to buy something off you or join you in your business. That's the last thing any of us want to do. So we bring you online if you're not already there and help you leverage social media to do what it is and achieve your goals, whatever they are. And that could be a combination of paid and organic. So, it may be 100% organic. That may be what you're doing. But if you're doing Facebook advertising, I cover both. Okay. I actually did a live a few hours ago for a community of over 100,000 entrepreneurs, and I shared that video in here. So it's just underneath the news feed here about organic reach and what you should be concentrating on. So catch that video underneath, just further down the news feed if you missed that. Now, I am broadcasting on my business page and my group at the same time. So some of you will be watching from my business page and some of you will be watching from my group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So welcome to both of those, well, the page and the group. So who's here with me? I'll just say a quick hello and then I'll get onto that thing and then I'll get onto the other thing. I know what I'm doing, just trust me. Hello, Heather, how are you? Good to see you on. And Heather is a life member of our coaching community. So the fish is for our free group. The palm tree is just our general community mascot. The cruise ship is for those of you that are in my online crew coaching community, and the anchor is for those of you that are life members. Gloria, you're watching from the group and you still got a problem with StreamYard. I don't think StreamYard is going to come to the party, Gloria. But thank you for putting your name down, because at least I know it's you. So hello. We've got Mitch here. Good morning, Mitch. How are you? It's morning in Mitch's part of the world. Hello, Olive. We've got Mel. We've got Janet. Also, both life members of our coaching community, Mel and Janet. We've got I've got to get that right. I will get it right. Very familiar with who you are. Just don't know how to say your name properly. Hello, Susan. How are you? Susan's a life member of the coaching community, so is Olive. We've got Lynn on as well, and Eleanor. Bonjour. Awesome. Great to see you on. Hello, Julie. Lovely to see you on. Hello, beautiful Shauna. Back at you. We've got Desi on. Cynthia. Warm here today. Loved your DDOA this morning. Thank you, Cynthia. That was the training that I was just referring to a moment ago. Woohoo, what are you up to? Never you mind. High five, Michael. We've got Anya. You pushed yes. All right. Thanks for sharing your knowledge from Canada. So welcome to everyone in Canada in the house. Hello, Henry. So I'm not sure if that's Gloria or somebody else, but if you are watching from my group, you do need to give StreamYard permission for me to see you, unless you're Gloria and it just doesn't work. But anyone else, it should work for me to see your sort of profile. Miss Non-Techie here. Yes, I've been helping Beth with some techie issues this morning. Well, see you in all the places. Yes, I'm everywhere today. Can't wait for the bootcamp. It is going to be a good one, Mel, for anybody sort of struggling with their business pages. Hello, Christina. Anna's got the palm trees going on. We've got Renee. That was great. Awesome. Yes, loved your DDOA this morning. Thank you. We've got Hayley from the UK. We've got Teresa. We've got Lani. We've got Crystal in the house. How are you, Crystal? Good to see you on. Judy and Bob, good morning, beautiful people. Thank you for being in our lives. You're all amazing, especially you, Helen. What a beautiful message to read out. So awesome to see you guys all here. Hello, Shelley. I could keep going. We've got the emojis going on there from Crystal. So yeah, I better get into the content, but it's awesome to see you all here, and just know how much I appreciate you actually being here live with me. It's so much more fun for me when you guys are here and I can say hello and look at your comments and, just appreciate what you're saying as well. So thank you. Now, I just wanted to mention one thing. Last night, some of you may have seen it because I posted it here on my business page. I put a post up because I was exhausted. So I was just sort of letting you guys know. Some of you think that I'm Superwoman and that I'm the little Energizer bunny. Do you know what I mean when I say that? That just goes. It might be, I don't know whether Duracell is an Australian battery, whether that's just an Australian thing, and maybe half of you got no idea what I mean. But it's a little bunny that's got a particular battery in it. It just goes. So the purpose of my post was to share with you guys, even people like me that push, driven, always seem to be on top of it all and all the rest of it. We're not. But the important thing is I recognize it, and I'm honest enough to say to you guys, there's also the bad with the good. So that was the intention of my post, not, I'm fine, guys. Please don't worry about me. I'm absolutely fine. I just get busier at different times and load myself up, you know, with a video challenge and the role that I have with the mentorship company in America. Like there's busy times with that, and it's a busy time at the moment. So there's extra things I'm doing there, and there's just lots on. And my son, my awesome 11-year-old son, after asking him when he got home from school last night, do you have any homework? And he said no. And then spent all this time on the iPad and playing around and all the rest of it, tells me at 8 o'clock, oh, Mum, I forgot I got homework. And it's all these complicated maths tables that requires like brain power. It was okay for me, but I can't do it for him. I've got to teach him how to do it. So he's getting frustrated. He's tired. And so there was about 2 hours there last night that I wasn't planning to do that. I had other things I needed to do. So it put me behind the 8 ball, and he finally went to bed in tears because he was frustrated. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I need to get back to where I was. So yeah, the purpose of the post is just to be honest with you guys that, you know, I get it too. I get overwhelmed. I get stressed. But the more important thing is for me to recognize it. And it's like, okay, Helen, you need to slow down. You need to stop pushing so hard because you're going to fall in a heap. And where are you going to be for your community then? So it's the honesty of where I'm at. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. But also, you can only ever change things, guys, when you acknowledge it. So if I keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and I don't acknowledge it, you guys maybe see it from the outside, but I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then I fall apart. What good is that? So, you know, I need to recognize it for myself. So that was the purpose of my post. But I truly, truly appreciate your comments, your concern. You're just a beautiful community, and I really, really, really appreciate you. So thank you. But please know that I'm fine. But I do recognize that at various points I get really, like after Ollie went to bed, I was like, man, I've got to be up in a few hours to deliver a training. I'm tired. I've still got to do this, and this. And it was like, man, it's too much. And I was just acknowledging that. Okay. So just keeping it real, guys, just keeping it real. Okay. So I just want to say that. Now, the message that I have for you. So I'm just going to chime in with some comments first. We hate missing you. That's lovely. Well, it's always nice when you're on, guys, and you can comment, and I know that you're here. I will say that. Same in Canada. Mel, haha, yes, you are the Energizer Bunny. Yes, it is here as well in Canada. Okay, so you know what I mean, which is a good thing. Hello, Tammy. Good to see you on. Shauna, you can totally relate. Energizer Kangaroo. Well, could be, Anya. I love that comment. The Energizer Bunny. Okay, so we're worldwide with the Energizer Bunny, and I'm sure some of you feel like that sometimes. Like you just feel like you're on this treadmill and you go, and we can do that at various points. You just can't do that 100% of the time. If I keep up that pace all the time, then I'm headed for trouble. And I don't want to do that because then I can't show up for you guys. So the important part is knowing when to slow down, knowing when you're just, you're hitting the wall. And I did a training at 4 o'clock this morning, but I actually went back to bed about 6 o'clock and got maybe about another hour and a half in, and that sort of re-energized me, if you like. So, you just do what you do, but it's not something you can keep up forever. I've just been told I'm not Superwoman, and suddenly I realized I'm not. So I'm practicing me time. That's what I need to, that's what I sort of need to fit in, just a little bit of me time. Yes, Helen, you absolutely need to look after yourself. I had to sell my last business because we were pushing too hard and we were close to burnout. It all ended up really good, but I could have not, I think there was some more to that. But yeah, just recognize, when you need to make a change and what's going on for you. Okay, now back to the message that I've got for network marketers, direct sellers, anybody in this industry. So the distinction that I will make is that you don't own, you have not created what you're selling. So that is the distinction. There'll be some of you from a home-based business that follow me that it is your thing. You've created it. It's yours to own and market, but it's still something that you do very sort of small from home. Most of you will be in a business that you didn't create. It's not yours. You got no choices around it. You got no decisions on pricing or distribution or the product range or anything like that. It's not yours. This is the distinction that I'm making on how you should build on social media. Now, for that reason, and I'll clarify, as I said earlier, those of you that have been around me for a while, and definitely those of you that are in my coaching community, you'll get this and it'll just reinforce it for you. Those of you that are newer to this industry, maybe you're not only new to the industry, but you might be new to social media in this industry as well. Really listen to this, please. And I'm going to share this message not only from me, but from somebody else as well. So purely for the fact that you don't have any control, you don't want to market yourself on social media and have all your marketing and all your material and the value that you give directing straight to the business that is behind what you're doing. Your point of difference is you. You want to have a point of difference. You need to differentiate yourself from all the other thousands of people that are in the exact same business as you. Exact same. Same business, same product, same pricing, same. But you don't have any control. What is the only thing that you can control? You. How do you differentiate yourself from everybody else in that business model? You brand you. You do not have a direct link to the business because that is not you. Go for it with curiosity and intrigue and all those other things and what you're up to and how exciting it is and how your team's growing and sort of the a gist of what you've got to offer and what industry that you're in, whether that's health and wellness or digital or jewelry or travel or whatever it is that you do. Let people know what you're up to and sort of what you've got to offer, but you're not leading with that. It's not yours to lead with. What if that goes down? So do you, because that's how you've branded yourself, okay? So as I said before, those of you that have been hanging around me for a while will know this. Some of you are still not getting this. You are setting up a business page and you are leading it straight to your company. If you do that, you are not standing out from the crowd. You are not differentiating yourself from anybody else in that business. And people go, I've seen that before. You lose the opportunity to truly have a genuine, authentic conversation with somebody about what it is that they need or they're looking for or what problems they've got that you can solve. Because you've just sent them straight off to a resource. You sent them straight off to the company. So you're no different than anybody else because that's what you've made the focus point. The focus point is not that, it's you. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is share with you this message from someone else I absolutely admire and respect, and some of you won't even know who this guy is. Okay, but I want you to hear it from somebody else who I don't know what he made last year because I didn't go to his seminars in 2019, but I went to a seminar of his in 2018 here in Australia, and he earned back then $16 million online. This guy knows a thing or two about building on social media. And he knows a thing or two about building on social media in our industry. His mentor and what he learnt to do is from Gary Vee. So unless you've lived under a rock, hopefully you know who Gary Vee is, if you like him or not. Some people don't like him because he's, I don't know, he's just out there. And the guy I'm talking about is an Australian guy, so I don't expect that you necessarily know who he is, but his name is Kerwin Ray, and he swears a lot. So some people don't like him because when you go to a seminar of his, every second word is the F word and it puts people off. I don't really find it necessary, but I can see through it because he's got brilliant strategies on social media. And I do talk a lot about him. I'm not an affiliate of his. I don't sell anything of his. I just think he's got great strategies and he knows he's just doing it so well. So, when you look at people who are doing it well, success leaves clues, guys. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. And this it's literally a minute. So hang in there with me and I want you to listen to this. For those of you that are in this industry that don't own the business, that you are, that you are trying to grow, or that you're trying to recruit people into, or sell a particular product, those kind of things. Okay. So bear with me while I set this up. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully you can hear this okay. Share. Okay. So I'm just going to play this. It's like a whole minute and 8 seconds. Listen. Yes. Let me put this into context, and I hope that you can hear this, but there are subtitles on it as well. Kerwin Rae does seminars all around Australia in every capital city, and he does these little snippets. This is his way, and he floods his social media feeds with these kind of things, and these are the kind of things people see and get good value from. So this girl is asking him, like, all this stuff that you do, all this social media marketing that you talk about, and providing value first before you sell. Like, the strategies are all the same, whether you're in our industry or any other kind of bricks and mortar business. You lead with value, and the sale is the consequence of the value that you give. Okay, so this girl is asking, does this stuff work for network marketing? Have a listen to what he says. You're going to get the same benefit out of it. 100%. The challenge with most MLMs is the vulnerability that you have if something happens to the company, and also the restrictions you have when it comes to marketing, because there's a lot of restrictions on what you can do and what you can't do. Exactly. So whenever I work with an MLM, the first thing I do is I create a distinction and a disassociation between you and the MLM, and I build your brand. So we focus on treating you as a separate entity, and we build you as a specialist knowledge expert. But then on the back end, you have the products and services. And so that way you remove any restrictions that the brand or the MLM can put on you from a marketing perspective. Because you can do any form of marketing you want for your own brand, but your back end is whatever their products and services are. And, from time to time, we've had some very big MLMs go under. And if your brand is strong and you've got your other brand behind you, that brand can fall apart, or you have a falling out, and then you just go and find another back end and you go and plug it in, and there's no interruption. Versus if you are totally leveraged on like a Herbalife brand or a New Ways brand, and something happens to the brand and the press, you wear that as well. Okay. Did you get the message? Firstly, I didn't check my screen, and I lose visual of this when I share my screen. Did you actually, guys, see that? Like, did the video actually work? If somebody could just chime in the comment section there that it worked, then that would be helpful for me to know. Yes, loud and clear. Okay. So I want you to hear that from someone who teaches social media to all, like, it's over 150 industries, I think, that he's helped people with this social media. So I know in 2018, because I went to his seminar, he'd earned over 16 million online. So who knows what he earned last year in 2019, okay? I really want you to pick up on what he was saying, not what I'm saying. Like, I'm nobody in the scheme of things. But when you've got people like Kerwin Rae, who's, besties with Gary Vee, and learnt all his strategies from Gary Vee, saying you want to disassociate, not associate, disassociate on social media and create your own brand. It's you. It's all about you. That way you are protecting yourself. If anything happens to the company, it doesn't matter. If you change companies, it doesn't matter. If there's something in the media that there's some kind of bad press, it doesn't matter. If you fall out of love with the company and decide to change, it doesn't matter. Your back end is irrelevant. I changed my back end just over a year ago, and nobody would have known here on my Helen Martin page unless I told you, which I have many times. But my back end is irrelevant because I haven't directed you to anywhere here. Or, like, it's no secret, I'm in a health and wellness company. Even my health and wellness page, which has got a totally different, well, some of you are saying, but totally different 10,000 people over there to this page, you still won't find a direct link to my company over there. It's not about your back end. A brand is about you building your own business page and have a buffer, what I call a buffer, between you and the company. So when your business page is all about, it's plastered everywhere, like there's 3 or 4 different places in your business page that you're directing them straight to a sales tool, It's not building a brand in this industry. If you own the product, you created the product with your bare hands, you sell soap from home, whatever you do from home, it's yours to own, go for it because it's yours, not in this industry. And if you really want a long-term viable brand that you're protected from if anything goes wrong, you decide to change companies somewhere along the line. And in the lifetime of somebody in this industry, apparently people change companies 7 times. So it's not unusual for people to move around. That's not a bad thing. It's a learning curve. This company and this company and this company might set you up for the success that you're going to have in this company. Like, I've recruited a rock star in my team that had no success in her previous company because of how the comp plan was structured, and certain people had to do certain things for her to do certain things. So whatever they weren't doing, she couldn't do. And she took one look at our comp plan and went, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And you wouldn't believe what she's achieving. Now, like, sometimes you just need the stepping stones to get the success that you're looking for. It's not bad. It's not wrong. It's just everybody has a different journey. But branding is about you building on social media in this industry. This industry is not about your company. And that's why I've shared Kerwin's video, because I want you to hear it from somebody else. I don't want you to just hear that from me. Okay, somebody like Kerwin, who's very, 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 very successful in this industry, bit neurotic, has got all sorts of, what is it for him? It was a dyslexia or ADD, or I can't remember what he's got, but it makes him like really manic. That's his personality. I mean, it works for what he does. As I said, he swears a lot, so some people don't like him, but he is brilliant in what he's been able to achieve in his business. And as I mentioned before, he takes a lot of the strategies from Gary Vee. So success leads clues. So does that help some of you make a distinction between what we are meant to be doing? Or look, you don't have to do anything, actually. You do what you want to do. And if you've got people, above you or uplines or whatever telling you what to do, and you're drinking the Kool-Aid, like you believe that because they're successful, honestly, do what you want to do and work it out for yourself. But when there are really influential people out there saying, yeah, it absolutely works, but just do it this way instead of this way. And this is a much longer term success strategy for you, because we're talking about social media here. You don't want to hide behind social media. You want to let people know what you're doing. Like, I'm open about the fact that I'm in the industry building. I'm open about the fact that I'm in the health and wellness industry. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just not telling you what company I'm with, because you just go and Google it. And then you'll go and find a review and something else and go, oh, no, she's with that company. I don't like that. Or you go and find some prices and there's some products that's too expensive. Like, you don't want people to self-explore. I want to have a conversation with somebody and say, what is it that you're looking for? Oh, I'm looking for such and such. Oh, well, actually, that's not a really good fit because I'm doing this. Or somebody says, this is what I'm looking for. And it's like, okay, what I've got probably fits with that. I may have a solution for you. What do you need? What are you looking for? Blah, blah, blah. And we get to have a conversation to work out what you need. And then, if that's a good fit, it's a good fit. But I care about people. I just don't want you to send you to a resource where I don't get to have a conversation with you. Lasting businesses are not built on that foundation. Businesses are built on relationships, even on social media. We have this amazing privilege to set up a business page for free and to brand yourself for free, do live videos for free, post for free. You can do all that for free, but you can use all this for good or all this for spam. Which one do you want to do? Where do you want to play? What kind of success do you want to have? And are you here for 5 minutes or 5 years or 15 years? Like, what's your motivation? And I would highly recommend, if you're around for a long time and you really want to make this work, that you start building a successful business page branding yourself. As I mentioned before, if you need help with a business page and what you should be doing and all those kind of things, then you can join us next week in the coaching community for the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you understand that message? And as I said, there's a lot of you here that are already following me for a while, that's just reinforcing what you already know. So that's a good thing. But there are so many people in this industry that are not getting it. And they don't have to. Everything's a choice. And if you're happy with what you're doing and it's working and it's not that, go for it. Like, nobody's forcing you to do anything. But if you want to make wise choices and have a good foundation to your business that's truly your own, it's not attached to something else. It's truly your own. And your back end is, what you offer the company, then this is what I would recommend, the advice from Kerwin that you take. Okay. So hi, Crystal. Thanks, Helen. Listening in. Susan, yes, loud and clear. Emma, he's awesome. Raina, totally agree. Yes. Benisa, I'll get that right one day. Haley, yes. It worked. Good to know the video worked. Crystal, well, yes, loud and clear. Never thought of it that way. Awesome. Because this is what we want you to do. We want you to think about you, your brand, your point of difference, your differentiation from everyone else in the company. Stand out, guys. Don't be average. Stand out from the crowd. Create your own value and your own interest, but don't get caught up with, I'm not successful yet. Who's going to listen to me? I don't know what to talk about on social media because I'm not that good at it yet, or I'm just learning myself. You learn something, you turn around and teach it to your audience. You only have to be one step ahead of who you're teaching. So for those of you that don't think you're good enough, get over it, because you only have to learn something and turn around and teach it. And you certainly don't have to, pull that off as information as your own. Listen to what I do all the time. Do I not share constantly stuff from Mel Robbins? I just shared with you something from Kerwin. I could say that's all my own, but I don't want to say it's my own. Like, I credit the information when the credit is due. And I do that all the time. Things that I learn or whatever, this is what I heard from such and such, and I wanted to share it with you because I thought I would help you. That's what you can do. You don't have to sit there on social media and claim to be an expert when you're not. You learn things, credit the person. Like, you might take some information from my videos. Gosh, I go live 5 days a week, every single week. If you don't get something from my videos that you can turn around and teach, but credit me for it. You don't have to put me on a pedestal. It's just say I was watching, somebody that I follow said this, and, that's Helen Martin, whatever. Just give credit where credit is due, is what I'm saying. Okay? I know you're somebody and becoming big, and we are just behind you. We are all growing, and you've got to start somewhere. And so Kerwin's doing a range of seminars at the moment, and so he's putting up lots of these clips that I'm just getting, bite-sized information with and sharing it with you, obviously. But there was one, I think it was yesterday, so it was from a seminar he did somewhere. Not sure where in Australia he was, but he basically said, like, if you go to his Facebook page, they're all just sitting there, but they're brilliant bite-sized pieces of information. Is if you don't grow your fans and followers now, like if you don't grow within the next 3 years, you're probably not going to be able to. Now is the time. Now is the time to build a business page, work out what your brand is going to be, what your value is. You may not know all the answers yet, but you can start. You can start, but manage your expectations because it takes time. You're not going to start a business page and be famous in 6 months' time. It's just not going to happen, guys. Organic reach, like, we don't get much of it, so we just have to make sure. Like, watch my video from a few hours ago about organic reach. Okay, there might be some interesting information in there for you, but I'm just starting, and so should you guys be. I've got big visions, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to keep learning, cover all social media platforms in time and all of that. Like, I'm starting my journey. So should you. Okay. So, and you can take that any direction that you want. So if you decide not to stay with the company that you're with in this industry, then you might go in a slightly different direction, slightly rebrand. It doesn't matter. It's yours. It's your brand. You can take it in any direction that you want to. So there is no harm in starting a business page and creating something for yourself, knowing, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here. I'm not sure if this is the direction that I'm going to go. Doesn't matter. Just start building anyway. It's free to start a page. It's free to give value. It's free to do Facebook Lives. It's free to post on Facebook. All of that's free now. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But start now. Get off your butt and do it now, and do it well. So you stand out from the crowd, and do things like video challenges so you get really good at video. Okay? Yay, Debbie. Amen. Thanks, Debbie. Hello from Adelaide. You're only an hour away from me. So there you go. Very close in my part of the world. Okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I really hope that was beneficial for you guys to either reinforce what you're already doing and stay on track and be really committed to giving good content. I've got examples of that in the video that I did, a number of hours ago earlier. And to those of you that are still not getting it, that's sort of coming across the wrong way. I don't mean to say you're not getting it. It's maybe you haven't looked at it that way before. So I'm just encouraging you to look at this and the opportunity that you have on social media with different eyes, and just listen to what the gurus are telling you and advising you, and maybe take notice of that, because the people that are around you in your company are not social media experts. They're experts in the business that they are in, but they don't necessarily know anything about branding, or, a lot about, really detailed knowledge about Facebook advertising or marketing. They're in the company. Doesn't mean they're a marketing expert or a social media expert. So sometimes we just have to open our eyes and ears to different information regarding, how we do this successfully on social media in our industry. Okay. So you like my soapboxes? No worries. I'm glad somebody does. But yeah, I've talked long enough, so I'm going to go now. And for those of you that are in the video challenge, I'm going to go live over there like in a minute's time for video 10. So if you're awake and you're there, if not, you can catch the replay. And then after that, I'm going live in the coaching community. So don't worry if you can't join me live, guys. That's what the replays are for. But thank you for joining me today. I hope you got something out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys same place, same time tomorrow. Bye.